The final release in the line of the Walt Disney Classics was The Fox and the Hound. Originally released in 1981, The Fox and the Hound was a pretty decent hit, and it's grown a huge cult following over the last 20 years or so, with people loving how dark the story was and how overall just how swell of a film it was. But this film was the last in the line of Walt Disney Classics tapes. I want to talk about this one last, so we're going to put that to the side. After The Fox and the Hound, everything would change because Disney would only have 2 untouchable films left to release at that time. Them being The Aristocats and Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And as we all know, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs would kick off the Masterpiece Collection instead of the Walt Disney Classics, continuing the Classics Collection. Now, this was only in the United States and Canada. The Classics line would continue in the UK until, I think, 2000-ish, something around those lines. And even in Germany, it was going until as late as 2006, 2007. And then they changed everything up to the Platinums and the Specials and the Diamonds. And they're on the Signature Collection now, but I don't think they're going to be doing anymore because thanks to Disney Plus, they don't really have to. February 28th, 1994. The reason I put this one aside is because this one, a lot of people think is a printing error. But I'm not so sure because Disney has had the tendency to keep things out longer than they were originally supposed to be. And, well, I'll let you guys be the judge of that. 1995 is when this was printed out to be released, even though The Fox and the Hound had been returned to the Disney Vault along with Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in January of 95. It's weird, but again, like you saw with those other tapes that I have, like even the unopened ones, or the sealed ones, a lot of them still have the marked down prices for them, so you don't know. Maybe, for all we know, it could have been continued until all of the copies were sold. I don't know how really strict Disney was with their distribution of these films. But yes, with this comes the end of the Walt Disney Classics collection. I still have a few that I'm looking for, as you know. I still need a few of the 1986 ones. I'm looking for the original release of Dumbo and the original release of The Sword and the Stone. And there are a few other little ones that I'm looking for, but as of right now, the Classics line is essentially complete. I have at least one copy of every film that was released during this era. Holy guacamole, next up is the Masterpiece Collection, and I just realized how many of those I have too. It's going to take a while. Until we meet again, my lovelies, sayonara.